This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States, Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees have been removed. But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say we putt on these greens every single day, and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch on it.
On the tee, ready to go. Settles in always with X.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, what about this approach shot here at the second?
It's the severity of the green, Rich. Long hair, and there's a chance that you hit your bunker shot or your chip clean off the front. A lot of times, too, the ball will spin back off the front, so you can't even hit the second shot too hard where it might spin too much. The shot literally has to be inch perfect there. Everything from the back of this green goes towards the front and runs off that false front.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous obviously for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
What is he of all the luck?
So 2 under early on. Here now with the par 5 fourth at Oakmont, 609 yards in length. Good, par 5.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. And now the 5th hole, short but challenging par 4, 382 yards, and it obviously rewards precision off the tee, heavily bunkered along the way.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Now at -2 for the day. And now to the par 3 6th here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. Good looking shot right here. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Well, that was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Now he has this for double bogey. Well, once you hit double to par, it's time to just pick up and move on. All right, Frank, take us down onto the 7th hole, par 4 at 434 yards.
Another one that's just another great driving hole. Bunkers on both sides of the fairway, so you can't really bail out either way. Used to be some trees in that down the right side. They've been removed, replaced now by fescue. So if you do miss those bunkers right or left, it's not exactly one of the easiest chip out to the fairway. Another one that's a must-hit fairway. Reason why? It's a long par 4, and it's the only way you can hit this par 4 and 2.
Frank, what does this second shot look like at the par 4 7th?
Well, normally on any other golf course, you'd say you've got enough green there to work with. But remember, in a US Open, with the firmness and the speed of these greens, if this ball is slightly offline, it's just going to funnel into one of those 2 bunkers on the right or that one in the back right. This is why you have to respect the middle of this green.
Those greens about as fast as that Pennsylvania Turnpike to the right of the 7th here.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. The par 3 8. This is where Angel Cabrera, Sunday at the U.S. Open in 2007, made a deuce, and it was set up to play at 300 yards on that final day. This is all you want, Frank, in a par 3.
Yeah, it was the first 300-yard par 3 ever in a U.S. Open.
Well on the green, but far from the hole.
Yeah, a little bit of a head scratcher. A lot of work coming up here.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Here we are at the 9th, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. Long, straight hole runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what it used to be a par 5 is a nice little cross bunker in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up.
Just a good, solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Well, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé. So the featured player losing a shot, the question becomes, Frank, have they lost their way?
Yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
These putts keep the round together. So with that putt, 2 over par now. Frank, it's only 379 yards at par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you'd take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really look pleasing to the eye. It looks like it moves out to the left, but that's exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out of the right rough. And back in 1994, this is where the playoff finished with Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Settles in over the putt.
Whoa, that was unexplainable. I thought that was easily going to be a par.
Now I'll have to focus, try to make bogey. So with that, 3 over par now for the round. Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you've played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5. Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. From a long par 5 to a relatively short par 3. We're at the 13th at Oakmont, 183 yards. Frank?
Another hole because of the shape of this green that you're almost breaking down into 3 sections. That front little circle you can see, the bit in the middle or the bit at the back. You're trying to play to one of those 3 sections.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Saves par, stays at 3 over. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at the 14th hole at Oakmont Country Club. Frank, it's only 358 yards. How good is the scoring opportunity here?
This is certainly one of the best chances on the back nine here for birdie, that's for sure, Rich. Just a long iron off the tee there, threaded in between bunkers that adorn both sides of this fairway. To set up to what you would say on Oakmont standards is a relatively gentle green.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. So a tester from 4 feet.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
He has this for par. Opportunity missed right there. So a drop shot. Well, how about this hole, Frank? 499-yard, par 4 15th. All you want.
Oh, that's for sure. The church pews down the left. It's about 340 yards to get all the way past them, so that's not really an option. Bunkers down the right side, really, they tell you, you've got to somehow hit something in between both of those. And the reason why it's another fairway you want to hit is a long second shot that's a little uphill to a green. That, well, just like all the others, is going to take something special.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck? It's no snack, though. A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Yet another demanding hole here at Oakmont. A par 3 16th, 231-yard par 3. Frank calls for a well-struck long iron.
It certainly does. It's going to favor something that's hit a little higher and a little softer. If you could just mentally cut this green in half and just sort of look at the left half of this green, that's really the best way to play this hole. And the reason why is the general contours all move to the right. That ball can still funnel down to the right side of the green.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. 17th hole at Oakmont, par 4. Only 313 yards, and yet, Frank, it was so pivotal. The last U.S. Open played here in 2007.
It was pivotal for a lot of different reasons. Strategy being one. Some elected to go down the right side with just a mid-iron. Others went directly at the green and did not get the ball up and down. Furyk and Tiger Woods come to mind in that situation. You can see the green's just perched up there. If you do lay it up, you don't quite get a full look at this green because you have to lay it up down that right side.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Beginning the long climb back, now to 3 over par. This is where so many of the legends, from Hogan to Nicklaus to Miller to Els, made their imprint. And don't forget about Angel Cabrera, the last time the U.S. Open was played here. The 18th hole, the clubhouse straight ahead. What a view, and what a moment in the championship. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Well, Frank, I thought that was in. Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up in a hurry, because if this one doesn't go in, then that score is going to rack up very quickly.
Add him up, and it comes to 74 for the day. So that wraps up another round here at historic Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania, and it has lived up to its reputation.